Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Long. I'm in 355 Lab, Group B, and today we're going to be talking about honey used in veterinary medicine. Out of the 6 years that I've been in veterinary medicine, mainly general practice, going into orthopedics and urgent care, I have seen plenty of doctors use honey for open wounds. Typically, Manuka honey is the best option for open wounds, and I'll tell you why throughout the presentation. And I've only seen 3 different types of applications and products. So, Manuka honey is the best for open wounds because it contains antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidants, causing good tissue regeneration and reduces infection risk. And throughout this presentation, I will talk about the least expensive option going up to the most expensive option. So our first one is store-bought honey. It's the cheapest that we can get. It's easily accessible and it will never go bad. The only downfall of this honey or product that you'll use for open wound care is because not all of it is Manuka honey. So maybe not every store would carry it, but honey is still honey. I think it works great. One doctor in particular at my general practice would use it for open wounds, and I think she had the best outcome for her patients when it came to tissue regeneration and decreasing infection rates. Meta honey is when I started to work at Ohio State, and I've never seen it before, but I think it's great because it comes in a gel and a paste, so it's easy to squeeze out of the bottle. It's easier to manipulate onto the wound, in my opinion, especially in the smaller areas like a foot or sometimes an ear, depending. And it's our second cheapest option. It's only $17 for a tube. You can get it at Walmart, CVS, like some drugstores. Typically we get it through a human medical grade company just because we want a bulk order and it would be cheaper that way. But it is medical grade. It's great for wound and burn care, and it is sterile. So they would sterilize the honey by like a certain temperature, making sure all instrumentation that they use to liquefy the comb into the honey is sterile as well. And that's how a rundown of how we get sterilized honey. So our most expensive option and our last option is TheraHoney HD sheets. This is also Manuka honey. We do use this at Ohio State. Not very often though, because it is $100 for 10 sheets. But what makes it great is for very large wounds, like if we're looking at the back or the stomach or a leg, this is a great option for it because of how big the sheet is. It is porous as well, so if we're doing a lot of bandage changes, then we can add in different medications and it would also soak through onto the wound, which makes it wonderful. It does stick very well to the skin, believe it or not. You would think that's slimy and would just slide right off, but it actually doesn't, making it a great option as well. So to recap why Manuka honey is the best honey, it is creating a moist environment which promotes healing. We don't want a dry wound at all. We do want not a very super wet wound, but we want a moist environment to create the best option for tissue regeneration. It cleans wounds. We do typically clean a wound with Chlorhex, sometimes betadine, but mainly Chlorhex. We don't want to use alcohol on an open wound, and we'll clean that first before we apply any type of bandages or medications. But honey does help clean the wound, believe it or not. It's going to help reduce that inflammation. It's going to reduce necrotic tissue, wound odor, may alleviate pain, but there hasn't been too many studies done on that yet, so we'll see if any comes out within the next few years. Helps combat bacteria and remove dead tissue. We want the tissue to granulate, so every 3 to 7 days, we will rechange that bandage so we could see if the tissue's granulated or not, and if it's not, we need to change our plan of action, maybe change the course of medication, stuff like that. But that is a quick reason why Manuka honey is the best honey to use in veterinary medicine for open wound care. But yeah, so hopefully you learned something, and just remember Manuka honey is the best honey for open wound care and veterinary medicine.